Thank you so much for choosing my channel. I'm Carson. If you're new here, welcome. I post new videos every single day. They're ranging from talking about politics, but it's always lighthearted. Talking about pop culture, get in some Ariana Grande references there, you know. I do a lot of daily vlogging. Me literally doing this, I don't know if I can even say self-realized dream. For those of you guys who don't know, I went to school specifically for media and communications with a focus in media production. After I graduated from the University of West London in the summer of 2022, I moved from London, UK back home to my home state of Oregon. I worked half a year working as an educational assistant, which I loved. I enjoy working with children so much, and I got to work with kids who had 504s or IEPs, individual education plans. I was on when I was in their age, and so that was just such a meaningful and impactful experience. And then I had the opportunity to apply to work as a committee assistant for the Oregon State Legislature for the remainder half of that year, which I gladly took up, and I got a lot of first-hand government experience working for the legislature in Legislative Policy and Research Office, it's a nonpartisan part of the state government to help ensure the processes of democracy are running well. I was not really fully enjoying myself there. Don't get me wrong, I loved my colleagues, but I wasn't being treated with respect. I experienced some racism, and so I decided that, you know what, I'm just gonna leave my job a little bit early. It was only a 6-month position because the Oregon State Legislature is weird like that. On odd years, the legislature meets for 6 months, which is technically their full that's a full year for them. And then on the even years, it's like 3 months, which is a short year for them. I don't know. I think that could they be like meeting more? I think they could be doing a lot more, but you know, this is how the government works. Anyway, I was only supposed to be there for 6 months. I was there for 5 just because I wasn't having it, and I was dealing with a lot of personal stuff at home. My mom's health was diminishing, and she was going to be putting her house up for sale, the only place accommodation that I had available for myself. So I knew that A, my job was going to expire, I wasn't happy with it, and B, I'm literally not going to have a home. So what's the point of staying around? And also, like, I was fighting major depression because there's a lot of stuff that happened because of the pandemic that I have had to be putting in a lot of work, and it was just so much. So I decided what I was going to do. Let me get some water first. What I decided to do was, like, I always wanted to live in Los Angeles, and so I was like, okay, how can we figure out a way to move to LA? And try getting a job. I took my mom's 2012 Dodge Grand Caravan and converted it into a camper van. I really wish I did a video about it. I did like a little TikTok series of my travels, so if you want to, you can just check me out at Ricky Carson on TikTok. You can see those videos. I didn't even have a computer back then, and so I was like, the best thing to document this stuff is on TikTok, and yeah. And so I did that, and I leave my job. I've converted the van into a camper van, and then I head down south in LA, and I'm literally there for 2 months trying to find work in the hot sun, doing a lot of stealth camping in the city. I just got worn out. Like, it was just too much, and I was not able to secure a job, let alone, you know, have confidence in securing a place to stay. And so I kind of just took on the L on the chin, and I was just like, well, you know, you wanted to go to DC anyways, like, you knew that it was going to be LA then DC, so why don't you just move on to DC? There'll be times in the future where you can go to LA and try making it work. Also, like, this was during the time when the actors and the writers were on strike, so essentially all of these industries that I would be qualified to work in, have expertise in, were just like completely shut down. And so then I come to DC, and then they're going to have a government shutdown, and I'm just like fucking free falling. I have no idea what to do. I do know that I need to find a living accommodation, so I find a place in Columbia Heights, This is a neighborhood that was recommended to me by a family friend from a church camp that I go to every year. I'm really happy. I'm paying $1,125 a month for it. It's really cute, it's basement, and I feel very secure and safe in it, which is nice. It's not the same feeling that I was experiencing in California for sure. But yeah, so I've been here for almost 6 months now. My lease is actually going to expire at the end of this month, but I'm going to be renewing it for at least another 6 months, which hopefully gives me more time to establish myself and try securing a job. It's been really difficult trying to find a job in general, let alone one out here, which is bizarre because you would think on the East Coast in these big population centers, literally the capital of the United States, I'd be able to find some work opportunities, but I've just been rejected or fucked around with, or there's been so many scams as well on Indeed and on LinkedIn. So it's been rough. It's been rough. It's been a rough years. Do you guys like the black shirt? I know I always like wear the white t-shirt, but I was like, let's change it up. So some collarbone. A little bit. I'm getting there. I'm working on trying to get a job. I'm also doing something that I love, making YouTube videos, making content. I know it's going to be a hit or miss with a lot of people, and I know like my method is not what is hot and sexy and loud and disturbing and, you know, all up in your face and takes all your attention away and drains your dopamine. Like, no. This is not this type of YouTube channel. I just want to share with you guys what my day-to-day life is like, important topics ranging from light to dark, and yeah, I just want to create a community with you guys here and just use this time as a creative exploration to see what we're able to do, because I've now made over 111 videos on YouTube, and though the viewership is not where one would want it to be, nonetheless, I'm so proud of myself that I'm even in this position, that I have made those videos, that I have been making new content every single day, and that I am incrementally adding more and more value to each video I produce. The fact that I'm doing this is crazy. I love it. This is not the route I necessarily saw myself in terms of going directly into, like, I guess a freelance or, like, you know, I'm making my own brand. I'm classically trained in acting, musical theater. I had done that for 10 years actually before I went to college, and I had done acting and background dancing in some music videos slash short films. So that's really where my real like footprint is in performing, whether that be on the stage or on the sound stage. Trying to like, come on guys, like me kind of thing. Like, this is kind of new for me, but you know, it's a challenge that I have clearly accepted, and I'm just so happy that I have something to wake up for in the morning every single day to do, because for the longest time I didn't really have that, and I just felt lost and yeah, out of place. So thank you so much for clicking on my channel. I hope that you find my life, my story endearing, and you'll stick around. And yeah, anyway guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Remember, I post new videos every single day. Please subscribe and press the bell notification so you're notified of whenever I post. Press the thumbs up, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye.